Viewer discretion is pointless here. You're already listening. This is Real Nightmares, where the calls come from inside the story. Tonight, we descend into Blackridge, Oregon, a town erased from every map except the one etched into the wires. If your phone is nearby, silence it, because once this signal locks on, it never lets go. The hollow signal begins now.
The house on Haverford Lane had been empty for 23 years when Amelia Crowe signed the lease. The realtor, a woman with a smile like cracked porcelain, handed over the keys without meeting Amelia's eyes. "Landline still connected," she said. "Town ordinance. Every house keeps one." Amelia laughed, short, sharp, the way people do when they're pretending not to be afraid. She had come to Blackridge, Oregon, to disappear. Portland had grown too loud. Sirens at 2 a.m., her ex's voicemail looping like a broken record, the city's heartbeat pounding against her skull. Here, in a valley cupped by pine and fog, the only sound was wind combing the ridgeline. She arrived at dusk on October 17, 2023. The moving truck's engine coughed itself quiet. Amelia stepped onto the porch, boots crunching on leaves that had never been raked. The front door stuck, then gave with a sigh that sounded almost human. Inside, the air tasted of cedar and something metallic, like a tongue pressed to a battery. The phone waited in the hallway. It was a Western Electric 500, black as wet stone, rotary dial cracked down the middle like lightning bolt frozen in plastic. The cord coiled across the floorboards in lazy S-curves, disappearing beneath a runner rug gone gray with dust. Amelia lifted the receiver on impulse. Dead air. No dial tone. She hung up, shrugged, and carried the first box upstairs. That night, the house settled around her the way an animal curls into sleep. Floorboards creaked in patterns she almost recognized. The radiator hissed lullabies. At 3:33 a.m., the phone rang. The sound punched through the dark, brrr, like a bone snapping. Amelia jolted upright in bed, heart ricocheting against her ribs. She had not given this number to anyone. Not her mother, not the moving company, not even the electric utility. She padded barefoot down the hall. The ringing grew louder with every step, as though the phone were walking to meet her. She lifted the receiver. Static. Then a voice, thin and waterlogged. "Amelia." The syllables stretched, reversed, folded in on themselves. Amelia slammed the handset down. The impact left a crescent of blood on her palm. She hadn't noticed the plastic edge had sliced her. The caller ID, an ancient green LED, blinked once, hollow. She told herself it was a prank. Kids, maybe, or a crossed line from some insomniac 2 valleys over. She unplugged the phone, coiled the cord, and shoved it into a drawer. Sleep came in fits, stitched together with dreams of copper wire threading through her veins. The next night, the drawer was open. The phone sat on the hall table again, plugged in, cord straightened like a surgeon's suture. It rang at 3:33 exactly. Amelia did not answer. She pressed record on her phone instead, holding it close to the receiver. The same voice, but now it knew things. Her mother's maiden name, the lullaby from the cracked music box in her childhood closet, the exact pitch of her ex's apology the night he left. She played the recording back at half speed. Beneath the static, she heard herself, older, raw, throat shredded, screaming a single word: "Run." Morning tasted like rust. Amelia drove into town. Blackridge crouched at the valley's lowest point, a grid of clapboard houses and one blinking traffic light. The library smelled of mildew and lemon polish. Mrs. Greer, the librarian, moved between shelves with the slow certainty of something that had forgotten how to die. "Phone lines," Amelia said. "Who maintains them?" Mrs. Greer's eyes were the color of spoiled milk. Pacific Bells sold the grid in '89, private buyer, cash. She slid a map across the counter, hand-drawn, ink bleeding at the edges. A red line snaked from the telephone exchange beneath the library, under the cemetery, into the hillside. Mine number 3, sealed 1954. 47 men went in. None came out. They poured concrete over the shaft. But the cables stayed live. Mrs. Greer whispered. "Why?" "Because something followed the wires back." That afternoon, she found the entrance behind God's Acre, the town cemetery. Pine boards nailed across a rusted gate. The padlock snapped under bolt cutters she'd bought at the hardware store. Inside, the air was colder than physics allowed, thick with the smell of pennies and wet earth. Her flashlight died 10 steps in. Then, the walls began to glow. Faint blue veins pulsed beneath the stone, bioluminescent, organic, spelling a single word in looping cursive: hollow. The copper telephone cables ran alongside them, fused into the rock like ivy grown through bone. Amelia followed the glow downward, boots slipping on shale. The tunnel narrowed until her shoulders scraped both walls. The chamber opened without warning. A perfect circle, 30 feet across. In the center, a heart, the size of a child's coffin, suspended by black cords that writhed like lampreys. Dozens of rotary phones ringed it, white, pink, harvest gold. Receivers dangling, mouthpieces weeping clear fluid. Each phone was plugged directly into the heart. With every beat, the handsets lifted an inch, trembled, settled. One phone rang. Amelia's legs carried her forward, though her mind screamed retreat. She lifted the receiver. Her own voice, raw, exhausted, ancient, poured through the earpiece. "Don't hang up. They're almost done with you." She dropped the phone. It did not fall. The cord stretched, elastic, until the handset hovered at eye level. The heart beat faster. The blue veins brightened. Somewhere above, thunder rolled through the sky, though it had been clear. Amelia ran. She burst into moonlight to find Blackridge transformed. Every porch light strobed in perfect synchronization. 3 short, 3 long, 3 short. SOS in incandescent. From every open window dangled a telephone receiver, swaying like hanged men. A child's voice drifted from each. "Ring around the rosy, pocket full of static, ashes, ashes, we all dial down." Sheriff Doyle waited at the end of Haverford Lane. His cruiser idled, headlights off. He polished his badge with slow, deliberate circles, using a strip of pink flesh that might once have been a tongue.
Blackridge is gone. The mine is sealed. The heart is cut. But the signal travels. Check your missed calls. Any numbers you don't recognize? Any static between the rings? If your phone lights up at 3:33 a.m., let it ring. This is Real Nightmares. Turn off the lights. Leave the ringer on. We'll be listening for you. Subscribe. Bell icon pulses red. Below. Next week, the Mirror Tapes.